This video is all about how to raise little tortoiseshell caterpillars and hatch them into beautiful butterflies at home. I put this video together during the COVID-19 lockdown as something uplifting that we could all do. Especially if you have children, it's something wonderful for them to be involved in, to look after the little caterpillars and watch them develop and hatch into a beautiful butterfly. Not only is it a wonderful project to be involved in, it's also brilliant for conservation. The population of the little tortoiseshell butterfly has actually fallen by about 70% over the last 10 years, mainly due to things like pesticides and pollution. So it's really lovely to give these little guys a little helping hand. By hatching them at home in a safe environment, you'll help boost numbers in the wild. When I was a child, my parents did one of these butterfly projects with me, and some of my fondest memories are watching them hatch and emerge as beautiful butterflies. Just the amazing thing that nature can do to experience a little caterpillar transforming itself into something so beautiful and colourful that can fly. So if you're interested in taking part in a project like this, watch this video and I'll tell you everything you need to know about raising little tortoiseshell butterflies. Hi everyone, my name's Emily and today I'm going to be doing a little video about how to raise small tortoiseshell butterflies from caterpillars. So I ordered my caterpillars online, super easy, from a company called Devon Butterflies, and you literally just go onto their website, choose what you want and how many, and then they put them in the post to you in a little package like that. I will share the link to the company website a little bit later on as well. Okay, so this is basically everything you need to take care of the caterpillars. You need some kind of see-through container. You could use something like this, a plastic cereal box, or even a glass vase would work perfectly fine. Just something that has an open top and preferably something that's got a little bit of height on it as well, so the caterpillars can move around. Just a pair of old tights, elastic band, a few twigs, some thick gardening gloves, and you will need access to some stinging nettles, which is basically the food plant of the small tortoiseshell caterpillar, hence the thick gloves, because these do sting. So stinging nettle is the food plant of the little tortoiseshell caterpillar. This is all they eat, so all they need. They get all their water and nutrition from the stinging nettle, so they don't need anything else to grow and develop. So it is really important that you have a fresh supply of these nearby, because they will need to be given fresh plant pretty much every day, because they need to be able to absorb the water in the nettles. What you can do is on your hour of daily exercise, you can just pick a bunch and you can actually put it in a vase of water to keep it fresh, and that will actually keep them probably for about a week. So you could have a week's supply of food just in your home in a vase, which makes it a little bit easier. When you are picking these, obviously make sure you've got gloves, a pair of scissors, but before you pick them, just check under the leaves and check that there aren't any wild caterpillars on them, because in the wild the little tortoiseshells, they will lay their eggs on these, and we just want to make sure that we're not actually disturbing any that are actually growing in the wild. What I normally do is, after I've checked the leaves are clear, I'll just wash it under a bit of water just to make sure there's no green fly or any other insects that will be put into the container with the caterpillars. Okay, now I'm going to unbox the caterpillars. It's important that when they arrive you do this probably within a couple of hours of receiving them, but they usually are packed with some nettles for them to feed on for the time being, because right now they're really tiny. Okay, yeah, you can see them there. They've actually eaten all the food they were given, so we need to give them some fresh nettles as soon as possible. Okay, yeah, so here you can see lots of little black dots, which is basically their poop. And there's actually no stinging nettles left in here, so I think they're pretty hungry and have eaten everything. So let's get them in their container with some fresh nettles so they can start feeding again. Right, so let's get their new home ready. So just drop in a few sticks. These are really nice because it just gives them something to crawl up and down, and also when they get to the stage when they're ready to start turning into chrysalises, it's something good for them to anchor onto so that they can chrysalis safely. And then basically, once the caterpillars and the nettles are all in there, you just get the tights, just put them over the top like that, plastic band to make sure none escape, and just seal it off like that. And that's nice and easy to remove, so you can add in fresh nettles and take out the old ones once they've all dried up and been mostly eaten. One very, very important thing is do not let direct sunlight anywhere near this, because it will cause them to overheat and will kill them. So at no point should direct sunlight be near the caterpillars, especially when they're chrysalising as well. So just make sure they're in a shady area. If you're having trouble with that, just put up like a tea towel over the top to keep them covered and in the shade, and that'll be absolutely fine. Okay, yeah, so just to summarise, clean container so you can observe them, a pair of tights or something similar. This just stops them escaping but allows plenty of air to circulate through their habitat. And then, yeah, you're pretty much good to go. So let's get these little guys inside their new house. So just pop the nettles in. These guys are pretty tough, by the way, so if you do sort of drop them, or they can normally fall from quite a high height and they're absolutely fine. Just get them all inside. I'm actually just going to leave the tissue paper in there for now until they've all come off it. Actually, yeah, if you just grab me a twig or something, Ivan. And I'm just going to drop that inside. These little guys do like to escape, so yeah, it's handy just to have a little twig or something nearby. You do want to avoid touching them with your hands. They don't really irritate your skin, but you're more likely to irritate their skin because you've got lots of oils on your hands, which is actually quite damaging to their delicate little skin that they have. So yeah, if you're picking them up, if they do escape, just have a little twig or a spoon or something handy that you can just handle them with. And yeah, you can see they're crawling around in there. I've just left the packaging in there because it's just a bit easier rather than trying to push them all out of it. They'll come out in their own time, and when they're all in the nettles I can just lift it back out. So in this container, I've got a few extra in here at the moment. I've got about 30, but I'm actually going to be taking some out and giving them to some friends of mine to raise. But I'm going to keep back, I think 10. 10 is probably a good amount for this size, because they are going to keep growing and growing. They're going to eat constantly. They're eating every single day, and they're going to be getting probably 3 times the size of this. So you want a little bit of extra room for them to wander around, and then of course when they're ready to chrysalis, you want enough room for those chrysalises to form. And I'm just going to seal that up. And there we go, all in their new home.